Good day, viewers. Welcome to Farming 260 podcast, where we talk about farming and anything farming. I'm your host, Lynn Watson, and in today's segment, we're going to talk about agrochemicals and fertilizers. Here with us is a guest who's going to tell us more on these things. So, welcome to this segment.
Thank you, Lynn, for having me here. Thank you, the rest of the team. Thank you, viewers. Thank you, listeners. Good morning to you all.
Could you kindly introduce yourself to everyone?
Okay, my name is Jerry Masoka. I'm the managing director for Fayseid Farming Solutions. We deal mainly in agrochemicals, foliar fertilizers, deficiency correctors, biostimulants, and soil conditioners. So that's our main area of expertise. So I'll be happy to share more details with you.
Okay, can I ask where are you located, even?
We are located in the Harare Exhibition Park. That's Harare Showgrounds along Samora Machel Avenue. That's where we operate from, and that's where the offices are. That's where the retail shop is.
Okay. Could you tell us some of your product ranges that you have?
We've got quite a huge basket of products. We've got about 110 products in our basket, but they fall mainly in five different categories. We've got biostimulants, we've got soil conditioners, we've got deficiency correctors, we've got specialty fertilizers, and then we've got some fungicides. And as you may be aware, fungicides play a crucial role in crop health, and it also works. Fungicides, they are mainly to do with nutrition. So we classify them as much as we classify them under agrochemicals, but they are also nutritional products because most of them they've got either copper or some phosphides. So that's our product range.
Okay. Could you maybe tell us maybe the differences within the mentioned ranges that you mentioned?
Okay, when we have deficiency correctors, what we mean by deficiency correctors is whereby we have got first and foremost, before we recommend anything, we work like in a setup of a doctor, a pharmacist, and a laboratory. We don't just come from nowhere and tell you that you need to add on a certain element in your soil before we do the test. We have to first and foremost we have to extract some soil samples from your from your fields. Then we take them to the laboratory. We are mainly working with some reputable laboratories like Cicada. They are the ones that we are mainly working with our soil samples. Then from there, we are able to deduce what needs to be added in your soils, because it's not every soil that has got some that is lacking something. Maybe it can be the issue of to do with pH or to do with nutrients. So first and foremost, we need to do some soil samples. When we've got the results, that's where we are able to see some areas of intervention. So I was still explaining on the issue to do with deficiency correctors.
Mm-hmm.
So when we get to know what needs to be added into your cells, that's where when we come in with that deficiency, you may realize that you have only one element that's limiting in your cells. For example, you may have an issue to do with zinc. Then we have to come in with a product that has got zinc only. The conventional fertilizers that we have, apparently it will be something that has got all the nutrients. So you may want to be correcting zinc, but you have to come in with boron, you have to come in with phosphorus, you have to come in with nitrogen. Yet what you need is only zinc. So that's what we are trying to address by coming in with deficiency correctors. Then we also have biostimulants. These are chemicals that we use to prepare our crops for some uneventualities like drought, like heat stress. So we come in with a biostimulants to well prepare our crop for such ineventualities. Then we have some specialty fertilizers. These NPK based fertilizers, but ours they are chelated and they are water soluble. By water soluble, we mean they can be dissolved in water. They can completely dissolve in water, so you can apply them, be it through drip irrigation, through foliar application. So those are the fertilizers that we have. Then, have I omitted something else? No, I don't think so. So I've explained specialty fertilizers, deficiency code. Then we've got some soil conditioners. Sometimes you may realize that we have got everything that's needed in the soil, but because of some limiting factors like your pH, your crop is not able to access the nutrients that are in the soil. So you may not be in need to correct some soil deficiencies, but you need to play around with your pH. So those soil conditioners that can correct our pH, that's what we also have. Apparently, we have a very special product in our basket that is gypsum, liquid gypsum. Traditionally, our farmers have been using granular or powder gypsum. That takes quite a long time to start working on our crops. But in this case, we are coming in with liquid gypsum that can start working instantly. So, for an example, you have got your crop that is already established, but for some reasons, you did not manage to do some soil tests. Then we realized that no, your cells require a little bit of calcium, which is calcium and sulfur, which is gypsum anyway. So we'll then come in with that liquid gypsum that works instantly. Then we can recover our crop. So basically, that's our basket.
Okay.
Yeah.
You mentioned something on granular fertilizers, right? Can you
Yes.
tell me maybe the difference between granular fertilizers and follicle?
Foliar
Foliar
fertilizers.
fertilizers, exactly.
Yeah, granular fertilizers, it's not all the granular fertilizers that are water soluble. Most of the granular fertilizers that we have in the market, they are not water soluble. So the difference is, so if a fertilizer is not water soluble, it means you cannot apply them through foliar. You can only apply them by soil application. So the difference is foliar fertilizers, they can only be applied through foliar, or if they are water soluble, you can apply them even via fertigation. It can they can still remain foliar fertilizers. But if they are granular fertilizers, it means they cannot be applied by any other means besides applying them through the soil. So those are mainly the two differences that we have.
Okay. You mentioned on like you do soil testing, right? For
Yes,
farmers so that
yes.
they know how they
Their soils are
are like.
yes.
Is it possible for them to maybe do it themselves?
Yes, actually, farmers are supposed to do soil test for themselves, but we have realized that there are some errors our farmers are doing when doing soil test. So, as a company, we have taken it upon ourselves to assist our farmers, especially our clients, to extract the soil samples for them, and we can direct them to some more reliable laboratories that we've been working with, so that we can at least get some accurate results. Because if we don't assist them and they are extracting the soil samples on their own, and sometimes they do it in a wrong way. At the end of the day, what we want to achieve is for the farmer to get the best out of their lands. We want to increase productivity, so we have to do everything that we should do to make sure that we increase productivity. So if we have got some errors in extracting the soil samples, it means we are going to come in with some wrong. We are going to end up with wrong diagnosis, and when we have a wrong diagnosis, it means we are going to come in with wrong solutions to a wrong problem. So it's like you go to a hospital, you visit a doctor, you present a wrong sample to the doctor. What the doctor will simply do is to give you a recommendation of the drugs that you should take. But then the drugs are not going to solve your problem because they are coming out of a wrong diagnosis. So that's exactly precisely what you are trying to curb. We want to have the soil samples accurately extracted. Then we have some accurate results. When we have accurate results, that would mean we'll come in with accurate solutions.
I see you brought many products here. Could you kindly explain how each and every one of them works, the ones that are displayed?
Okay, thank you, Lynn. Like I said earlier on, that we've got quite a variety of products, and the products they work at different stages of plant development. Some products we use them at planting, depending on the nutrient composition of the product. Some products we use them during vegetative growth of the crop. Then some products we use them at flowering. Some products we use them at fruit initiation, depending on the nutrient composition of the product against the developmental stage of the crop, and also relying heavily on the soil samples that we got.
Okay.
Like in this case, we have right in front of us, we've got the one that you have just picked. It's a boron product. It's a product that contains about 40% boron. So let's say in our from our soil analysis report, we realize that we've got some boron deficiencies. We then come in with that product at a certain development stage of the crop, depending on the boron requirements of that particular crop. And also, apart from having some boron deficiencies in the soil, we already know that certain crops they require certain levels of boron at a certain stage of development. So that's where we will then come in with those recommendations to recommend that boron. Like in this case, Lynn, we have got this product which is called intro boron. It has got 40% boron, which we can apply at a certain stage of crop development, depending on the boron requirements of our crop at that certain stage. Apart from having some deficiencies in the soil, generally different crops require some different elements of a certain product at a certain stage of development. Then we've got a product called uh, Introcell Bomo. Introcell Bomo is basically boron and molybdenum. It has got 15% boron and 27% molybdenum. So, like I said on the other product that I said, it's the intro boron, which is 40% boron. This one also, boron and molybdenum, they are required at a certain stage of crop development. Like in wheat and in maize, it's required for pollination and for seed formation.
Okay.
So those are some of the things that our farmers are lacking, especially those who are quite reluctant to do research on the crops that they are growing. They continue growing crops the traditional way, which at the end of the day, it's not giving us some satisfactory results. I'm glad that I'm quite familiar with some seed co varieties, like the 727 variety. Potentially supposed to give us up to 12 to 14 tons per hectare. But in our case, in most cases, most of our farmers are getting about 7 8 tons per hectare. The best farmers are actually getting 10 tons per hectare, which is still too little compared to what we are supposed to be getting. The main reason being that most farmers are not very much willing to do soil test. Those who are willing to do soil test, they are not willing to implement what the soil results will be asking them to do. So we are coming with the solutions which we are supposed to supplement after taking some soil tests. We get some soil analysis reports. Then we are supposed to come in with this product, and they are quite easier to apply because they are applied through foliar. So those farmers who are privileged enough, they can apply them through some fertigation. They can use some fertigation to apply them uh, on their center pivots. And those who are using drip irrigation, they can still apply them using drip irrigation. So these are quite good products to use.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I see one that has to do with roots.
Yes. During crop development, we need a robust root system. When we have a robust root system,
Mm-hmm.
it means our crop is able to extract as much nutrients as possible from the soil and as much moisture as possible from the soil. So when we have we have this product which is called Excel Root Stem. It contains both nutrients and both nutrients and biostimulant. So this biostimulant is the one that encourages root development. So when we have a proper root development, it means even during times of drought, when we have a strong root system, our crop is able to withstand those conditions because it is well established. It has got a good root system. It's able to extract as much moisture as possible. So it's one of the products that we are using, especially for wheat. Yeah. Then what else do we have? We also have seed start cereal. Seed start cereal. It's a product that we use as a seed dresser. It contains some nutrients: nitrogen, phosphorus, manganese, zinc, copper, molybdenum, boron. But the amount of nitrogen in this product is quite little. It's 4.5%. The reason being that we don't need much nitrogen on crop establishment, during crop establishment. On crop establishment, we need much phosphorus than nitrogen. Nitrogen is needed at a later stage, maybe 3 to 4 weeks later after crop establishment, because that's when we then need to leaf development. We need to increase the leaf size of our crop, so that when we increase the leaf size of our crop, it means we have uh, a bigger factory to produce food for our crop. I guess you understand the roles of each and every part of a plant. The leaves are the ones that are responsible for manufacturing the food for the plant. So when we have a bigger surface area for a leaf, or a bigger leaf surface area, it means we have a bigger factory. And when we have a bigger factory, uh, it ultimately translates to uh, more food that's being produced for the plant that we have in place. So we now have a situation whereby we have a plant that has got a robust root system. We have a plant that has got a bigger leaf surface area. So we have a plant that has got a bigger surface area for nutrient and moisture absorption in the soil. Then above the soil, we've got a plant that has got a bigger leaf surface area for manufacturing food for the plant. So it means at the end of the day, the fruit that's going to be produced, in this case, when I'm saying the fruit, I'm referring to, be it a fruit, be it the seeds, be it the leaves, we are going to obviously get a bigger grain size or a bigger fruit of a better quality.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. I think you answered most of my questions, but I just wanted to ask, since we have transitioned from summer to winter, right? Which of these products is best for winter with?
For winter wheat, we've got this product called Seed Start Cereal. It's quite important for winter wheat. We've got intro boron. Boron is quite important for wheat as well, especially on grain filling. Boron is needed. Then we've got intros of vegetative. Intros of vegetative, the powder, yes, this powder stuff, it's very important for our wheat because it has got a very high percentage of nitrogen, which is about 27% nitrogen, and it's got sulfur as well.
Okay.
Sulfur is required for protein synthesis. You may recall that of late our grain buyers, they've started considering to grade to pay for wheat depending on the grade. So the better, if your wheat has got a higher protein content, it means it's a better grade. But how do we achieve a higher protein grade? We should have a product that promotes protein synthesis. And what promotes protein synthesis? It's sulfur. So that's what we have here, a product that has got nitrogen amongst many other nutrients that is it has got. We also have sulfur in there, and
Okay.
sulfur promotes protein synthesis. Protein synthesis promotes protein content in our wheat. So when we have our wheat grain which has got a higher protein content, it means it has got a better baking quality. So we have got the products for that.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you for educating us on which products to use for our winter cropping,
Yes.
right? So also I wanted to find out, in line with climate smart agriculture, what are the benefits of using foliar fertilizers over granular fertilizers to maintain soil health?
Okay. We have our foliar fertilizers that have got a biostimulant in them. So considering that there's a lot of climate change that's happening, if we can have something that can sustain our crops during stressful conditions, you may realize that last year around November, December, thereabout, we had a very long spell of drought, and the temperatures went as high as I think that was around 34, 35 in some areas across the country. So if we have a product that can help our crops sustain such stressful conditions, I think that can take us somewhere, that can help our farmers realize a better yield. And also, your main question was, what's the advantage of using foliar fertilizers and against the granular fertilizers? In answering your question, I would like to put the record straight. We are not saying you should substitute granular fertilizers with foliar fertilizers. Definitely, we are not going to do that, because these things are complementing one another. We don't have to substitute granular fertilizers with foliar fertilizers. So we encourage farmers to continue using their granular fertilizers and supplement with foliar fertilizers. We are not going to substitute granular fertilizers with foliar fertilizers.
Okay, so they work hand in glove.
Yes, they work hand in glove.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so what are some of the common mistakes that some farmers might face when using this product?
The main challenge that we have is poor timing. Like I alluded earlier on, that the products, certain nutrients are needed at a certain stage in crop development. So if we take a product that has got that is, let's say you are doing tomatoes. Tomatoes don't require nitrogen, a lot of nitrogen on fruit set. They require nitrogen on vegetative development. They need they on fruit set. They need something that has got that can promote fruit development. So we can't be taking a product that is rich in nitrogen and apply it during flower development or during fruit set. So when we have such a problem whereby you then apply nitrogen, we may have a challenge of your fruits starting to go bad while they are still in the shelf. So those are some of the common mistakes that our farmers are facing: poor timing. And some of the farmers, they've got a challenge to read the labels. We always encourage our farmers to carefully read the labels before they start applying these products, because when a product says 2 liters per hectare and the soil analysis report is also recommending, let's say, 2.5 liters per hectare, that's still within the range. But then when you then under apply, it means the product is not going to work. At the end of the day, we are going to lose, because at the end of the day, the product is not going to work because we've under applied. So we encourage our farmers to read the label first and understand the label. Also read the soil analysis report and understand it. And also, we should encourage our farmers to to apply this product at the correct time. We shouldn't then just apply simply because we have it, then we just apply. No, it has to be well timed.
Okay. Do you offer trainings or consultants in terms of these products, the
Yes,
usage?
yes. So far, we are offering free trainings to our farmers. Uh, if they are small scale farmers, they can gather at one place. We can send a team of our team of experts there. We've got amongst our team, we've got some soil experts, we've got some agronomists. So we can send our people there. They can train them. If need be, we can actually do some demonstration plots there to showcase how the products are working and how they are going to work to them. So if they are commercial farmers, they can call us to their um, to their farms. We can meet with their management teams. We can meet with their consultants or agronomists. We can train them.
So, viewers, you have heard a lot about agrochemicals and fertilizers and how they are used and how important they are for your products. So, if viewers want to get in touch with you, so how do they get in touch with you? Do you have phone number? Do you have social media platforms? Kindly share with the viewers out there.
Okay. Our email address is info@fayseid.co.zw. My personal email is jerrymasoka@gmail.com, jerrymasoka@gmail.com. Then my phone number is 0779 948 636. Or the other email address, which is which the guy will respond quite impromptu, is agronomist@fayseid.co.zw. You can also visit our offices in the Harare Exhibition Park. We'll be very happy to assist you. Even if you've got your soil samples, you can bring your soil sample and results to us. We can interpret them for you. We've got a challenge with our farmers whereby they can have the soil sample results, but they are not able to interpret them, which is quite understandable because it's a very technical subject. Then you can also visit our exhibition stand at the coming ADMA show at Art Farm in Pomona from 5 June rather to 7 June. We'll be there. We'll be with our team of experts from South Africa. They are also coming to share some knowledge and exchange with us here. So we will be very happy to entertain you.
Okay. Thank you so much for the information. And guys, please feel free to just contact him and ask questions. And also, guys, don't forget to share, like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below. Thank you for watching this episode. Till we meet again next time. Bye.
Bye. Thank you.